Draymond, can you just walk us through what happened there?
My leg got grabbed. Second time in 2 nights. Referees just watch it. I got to land my foot somewhere. And I'm not the most flexible person, so it's not stretching that far.
So you didn't really see where you were stepping? You just kind of...
I can only step so far. I'm pulling my leg away, so it is what it is.
What was the explanation they gave? I know they gave him a technical, then obviously you a flagrant too.
The explanation was I stumped too hard.
We got outside of ourselves in the first half. I thought that we were forcing it. We were trying, nothing selfish, but we were trying to score, all of us, instead of they're giving you the answers with your traps. Trust your stuff, trust your spacing, move the ball, and the right guys are going to end up with the ball. And if we do it enough, eventually, Joe, you're going to get one-on-ones, and then you're going to dominate the game. I thought we did that in the second half.
It's the playoffs. Every possession matter, and so like I said, then I had 3 blocks. Only 3 blocks. I probably need a Memphis goalkeeper in Philly. I was in Denver, Memphis, whatever. I thought I had more, but that's a level that I gotta get to, and I'm gonna do it every game.
We know we have to play better, but we will play better. These guys are champions. You saw what they did in a really difficult situation with a lot of foul trouble, an ejection. The way our guys fought, they showed what they're made of. So now it's a matter of going home and licking our wounds a little bit, and we get a little rest with a couple of days in between games, and we go home and take care of our home court.
And our biggest challenge is for everybody to just stay locked in mentally on what you're asked to do when you're out there, and not get deflated if it's not your night or not your turn. I know it's really hard to do. Everybody wants to be out there, everybody wants to play, but things change really quickly in a series, and if you miss that moment because you kind of give in to the frustrations or whatever that is, that's the hard part. That's the challenge. So those guys have been productive all year, have helped us win some big games, and I expect whoever's out there to contribute, especially like you said when we go home to find some momentum and some life and give ourselves a chance in the series.
Welcome to Plus the Foul. I am your host, Jay Law Star. Game 2 in the books, and it's the 76ers, 96-84 over the Brooklyn Nets as they take a commanding 2-0 lead in the Eastern Conference first round matchup between the 3 and the number 6 seed. And then out west, I don't know, man, out west, the number 3 seed, the Sacramento Kings. Now, I might have underestimated this team. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I might have underestimated this Sacramento Kings team. Now, I still feel like they don't play defense. I still feel like they shot a poor percentage from downtown, and I don't know if that's going to be enough to beat the Dubs. But what's the problem that I had with the Dubs all season? They can't win on the road. They just can't win on the road. And if you can't win on the road, you can't advance in the playoffs. It's as simple as that. I think I stated that in an earlier video. And it's holding true right now. The Dubs' futility on the road continues. They lose to the Kings 114-106. Draymond Green, flagrant 2 foul, cracking the ribs of the Domantas Sabonis. Just cracking his ribs. Man, what's going on, man? Come on, Draymond. Come on, Draymond. But I can't blame Draymond because basically, if you grabbing at my ankle, I might kick you in the chest too. I might try to crack your ribs too. It is what it is. It's heated. It's the playoffs. But I'm not going to sit here and say that the Dubs really need Draymond Green. I'm not going to necessarily say that, not for this series. They got to step up and they got to try to find a way to win on the road. I don't know how they're going to do it. But let's go back to the East. The Philadelphia 76ers, led by Joel Embiid. All right, Joel Embiid had 20 and 19. He's clearly my MVP. I ain't going to say it twice. He's my MVP. 20 points for Joel, 19 rebounds. All right, what he had some assists too. He had 7 assists in this game. Oh man, that's not necessarily like Joel Embiid to be racking up 7 assists, but that just goes to show you the versatility of the big man. Unstoppable. There's nothing the Nets can do in this series to stop Joel Embiid. I'm not going to say it's going to be a sweep. I'm thinking it's probably going to be more of a gentleman's sweep. I think the Nets find a way to maybe take game 3 on Thursday night, but then the Sixers take game 4 and come back to the Wells Fargo Center and wrap things up. Tyrese Maxey, game high, 33 points. He was a plus 17. And again, and like I was saying, if you can get that type of production from Tyrese Maxey, if he can be your second or third leading scorer, the Sixers are a definite threat in the East. They're a definite threat to come out of the East. They're a definite threat to win it all. When you got the big man doing what he does, and you can get Tyrese Maxey. But what is going on with James Harden, man? I keep saying that. What version of James Harden are you going to get? After a pretty decent game 1, he come back and give you one of those stinkers. 8 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 steals. So he was chipping and nipping and, doing a little bit here and there. But the man shot 3 for 13 from the field. James Harden, 3 for 13 from the field. He was 2 of 8 from downtown. Now, I don't think they need a stellar James Harden to beat the Brooklyn Nets. Okay? I just don't feel that way. But they are going to need a stellar James Harden to beat what potentially looks like a collision course between the 76ers and the Boston Celtics. There's no way in hell James Harden can play this way and think that they're going to get past the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm not seeing that happen. I'm just not seeing that happen. Tobias Harris, I mean, he's playing decent. I mean, I can't criticize Tobias Harris. He had 20 points, 12 rebounds. He had a double-double. And you don't really see that from Tobias Harris. And I know he's still trying to find his way in this offensive scheme of the 76ers and Doc Rivers. But I guess if you're going to get that type of performance from James Harden, Tobias Harris has to step up. He has to be that go-to guy. I love the way he played in game number 2. Now, the Sixers in the first half, I mean, they were stinking up the joint. Let's just be real about that. In the first half, the Sixers had nothing really truly going on. And I think Brooklyn had like a 5-point lead at half. But in the second half, that's when the Sixers took control. Brooklyn kept doubling. They kept doubling Joel Embiid. They kept throwing the kitchen sink at my man. And you leaving shooters wide open. Now, I know what the strategy is. The strategy is we're not going to let Joel Embiid beat us. We're going to try to let those other cast of characters beat us. And, to me, if it wasn't for Tyrese Maxey, if it wasn't for Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker was scrappy in this game. I mean, he really was scrappy in this game, getting some critical rebounds when necessary. Now, PJ Tucker, I mean, he was 0 for 5 0 for 4 from downtown. 0 for. Didn't get to the free throw line. He managed to be a +8. I don't like plus minus statistics. I don't like it. It's very misleading. But PJ Tucker, is this the playoff P? This the playoff PJ Tucker we were all looking forward to? He's got to be better. He's got to be better. And then you look at the Sixers bench. And once again, I say, I don't know what the hell they're going to get from the bench. This particular game, they got 15 total points. 9 from Melton, 6 from Reed. And I like Paul Reed, man. I really do like Paul Reed. I want to see a little bit more of Paul Reed. I like Jalen McDaniels. Now, he didn't score in this game. He happened to be a +13, but again, that's a misleading stat. He was 0 for 3. He was 0 for 1 from downtown. He played 22 minutes. Got you 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think they're going to cruise past the Brooklyn Nets. Make no mistake about it. They're going to cruise past the Brooklyn Nets. But where I feel like they're going to run into that brick wall is going to be the Boston Celtics. I think Boston is just going to dismantle Atlanta. I do believe that's going to be a sweep. And if I'm the 76ers, I got to be looking to try to just crush the Brooklyn Nets spirit. And they got to come out in game 3 and just put an end to this series in game 3. We all know it takes 4 to win, but they're going to have to try to put a stamp on this series in game 3. They can't give Brooklyn any life because waiting in the balance is those Boston Celtics. And I don't know. I don't see it happening. I'm on the record saying I don't see them getting past Boston, but we shall see, because that is going to be the potential second round matchup. All right. Now for the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, come on. We all know that they just don't have the firepower. But I got to tell you, I love what I see out of Cam Johnson. Now, he yammed. This kid yammed on Embiid. Oh, man. I mean, the kid is, to me, he is really showing some significant growth and development in his game. And moving forward with the Brooklyn Nets, I think they got something. Getting rid of Kyrie Irving, trading James Harden, moving on from Kevin Durant. People will say, damn, what the hell is the Brooklyn Nets doing? Like, what are they doing? But when you think about this nucleus that they have, this young nucleus of Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Dorian Finney-Smith, Claxton and Dinwiddie, no real stars there, but I would beg to differ that I think Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, I think they got potential to be stars in this league. Maybe not all stars, but they can definitely be stars. And I think if I'm Brooklyn, I'm getting out of the superstar race. I'm getting out of that. I don't want no part of the superstars. All right, give me a young nucleus that I can grow and develop, and we'll go from there. Because one of the things that I know for a fact is that as time goes on, the parity in this league is going to be at the front and center of the NBA. There is a lot of parity in this league that we're not looking at. Now, there's a lot of young teams that still need to develop and get to where they need to be. But I really like where this Brooklyn Nets team is. Unfortunately, they're just not going to get past the Sixers. But again, Cam Johnson giving you 28, Mikal Bridges giving you 21. No other firepower there. I mean, who I mean, who else is gonna do anything? Spencer Dinwiddie? Really? Spencer Dinwiddie? Nice player, but I can't count on him. And then from the bench, they only played 3 players off the bench. So they went 8 deep. And the bench only gave them 15 points. You got 9 from Curry. And then you got 6 from Royce O'Neal. So I look forward to seeing the Sixers and the Celtics. There's probably not going to be a whole lot much I'm going to be talking about with this particular series unless Brooklyn can find a way to get back into this series. I don't see myself paying too much more attention to what's going on with the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. But once again, the Sixers lead the series 2-0. Now I'm back out west. Is it over for the Dubs? I'm on record saying my money would be on the Dubs. If I'm putting my money on anybody out west, it's on the Dubs. I wish I could take that back. I wish I could take that back because they just can't win on the road, man. They just can't win on the road. And now with Draymond Green being suspended for game 3, maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise because I really feel like the Golden State Warriors should really start considering moving off of Draymond Green. I really think that should start to be in the play. Because, I mean, outside of maybe his energy and what else does he give you? What else does he give you? Last season in the NBA Finals, I mean, they won the finals. Draymond Green, overall, his play was putrid. He had a couple games here and there where he was scrappy and gave you some things. But overall, Draymond Green, for me, he just seems like a detriment to the Golden State Warriors at this particular time in his career. In a critical game, too, in a game that I felt like you want to try to steal that game, you were in it to win it. He goes and cracks Sabonis' ribs because his ankle got grabbed. Now, again, you grabbing my ankle, I might crack your damn ribs too. I just might do it. But that's me. I'm a fan. I can feel that way. Draymond Green got to be smarter than that. He's got to be smarter than that. But when he's only giving you 8 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, I mean, is his contributions really necessary to beat this Sacramento Kings team? I don't think it is. But then again, I could be overrating the Sacramento Kings. That's a young, scrappy team. De'Aaron Fox. How about De'Aaron Fox in this game? Now, De'Aaron Fox had 24 points, 9 assists, 4 steals, 5 rebounds, and he had a block. I love De'Aaron Fox. I love his game. And then when you can match him with Sabonis, Sabonis is really turning into a very, very solid power forward in this league / center. But, I'm still going to say he's a power forward in this league. Sabonis gave you 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. I mean, I love his energy. He plays with that tenacity. Kevin Huerter gave you 15 in this game, and Harrison Barnes gave you 13. And then when you start talking about what's coming off their bench, Malik Monk giving you 18 points, 3 for 7 from downtown. When you get Malik Monk playing the way he's playing, and then when you pair him with De'Aaron Fox, that is a very dangerous tandem. Davion Mitchell gives you 14 off the bench. I think I underestimated this Sacramento Kings team. But I'm a stick with my pick in this one. I am going to stick with my pick. And I am going to say the Golden State Warriors find a way. They find a way to take these two at home and win one on the road. This might be a 7-game series, y'all. This might be a 7-game series. But you best believe if Golden State, if they lose one of those games at home, and it's highly likely, but they are a very potent team at home, so I got reason to believe that they'll take the 2 at home. But if they lose one of them damn games, it's over. They're done. They are done. And then I have to slide my attention to the Lakers because at that point, I got Golden State. I was riding Golden State. And then now I'm kind of looking at these Los Angeles Lakers. Slowly but surely, they come into form. But can they stay healthy? Anyway, if you're new to this channel, hit that like button, man. Just hit the like button. It costs you nothing. It just helps out the algorithm, push out the content. And subscribe to the channel. And make sure you turn on your notifications so you can get notified of when these gems drop. Peace.